Welcome to the news on Tourism Afar. It is time for the return. Ikpada is the 11th tourism product released by tourism icon Otumba Wanle Akinboboye. Tourism icon Otumba Wanle Akinboboye says Ikpada is a Yoruba word meaning the return. Hit the call and return to the motherland, says the tourism icon. Ikpada, he says, is the response to the command of motherland beckons to return home. Ikpada is a clarion call on Africans in diaspora and lovers of Africans to come back and better their lot by taking advantage of all the possibilities available in African countries, and by doing so, benefiting and helping the growth of the continent of Africa. Ikpada is putting the entire continent of Africa in a single basket, making it very easy for Africans in diaspora and lovers of Africans to connect with Africa. Ikpada is putting the entire continent of Africa in a single basket, making it very easy for Africans in diaspora and lovers of Africa to connect with Africa. Ikpada is not meant for one country. Ikpada is meant for the entire 30.2 million square kilometers of area comprising of 54 African countries. Otumba Wanle Akinboboye reiterated that a system has been put in place to receive all the diaspora returnees, with the other different programs we have launched, like YATI for the youth, which is Youth African Tourism Expedition, where young teenagers, young managers, young leaders of African descent can connect and return. And when they return to Africa, they have something to do here. We don't want them to return and sit in their hotel rooms. They will return to education, to business opportunities, to entertainment, and to self-development. And for the young ones that return, we give them a Camp Africa experience where they can learn African music, entertainment, culture, craft, and others. Ikpada, he says, will be daily, monthly, and annually. Ikpada is an opportunity for us all to showcase our achievements as we return on daily basis. Our target is to bring a minimum of over $20 million to the economy. We believe that the whole continent of Africa, with almost 1 billion descendants, should be able to bring a minimum of 10 million people through Nigeria to the different parts of Africa every year. With the deep sea port, we can now travel through ships from the Caribbean to Lekki Deep Sea Port, which is going to be about the deepest seaport in Africa. So it will be a journey of slave ships to cruise ships for our brothers in the 6 regions and lovers of Africa. From slave ships to cruise ships and luxurious airlines. When they land in Lagos, we should be able to channel their movement to different parts of Africa. All the infrastructure for that has been done and in place. He said that as a tourism product, we have created the return process called Ikpada, the return for the people in diaspora from Japa to Pada. And we are creating business opportunities for them, entertainment value and growth development. And we are keeping a data of their return. We have already over 1,000 people in the diaspora coming this December under Ikpada. But we are not looking at just festive travel for them. We are looking at a daily return. If you are free in January, February, March, April, May, June, or any month of the year, you can pick any part of Africa you want to come to. We are ready to take you there. We're not telling you to come to only Nigeria or to Ghana. We are telling you to come to Africa. All the programs we have and the type of delivery, hospitality delivery service we have here is also available in the 52 African countries. Penultimate Sunday, Otumba Olawanle Akinboboye officially launched Eyo by La Campagne, a tourism center that brings the best of art, culture, and tourism along the Ikoyi waterway, where guests could connect to La Campagne Tropicana Beach Resort in back in 20 minutes cruise rides. The evening commenced with tantalizing aromas of exotic cuisines and fine wines, setting a luxurious tone as guests arrived with excitement and in style. Among the attendees were influential business magnates, esteemed retirees, top politicians, and high-ranking government officials. Stay tuned as we bring you clips from the beautiful cultural evening event.
what else to do for you. Just being human.
That is the news on Tourism Afar. Stay tuned as we have more information and entertainment from the tourism industry.
Embrace the call of the motherland with Igbada Carnival, uniting Africans and lovers of Africa worldwide to reconnect and celebrate the continent. From November 29th to December 8th, 2024, dive into the vibrant festivities at the breathtaking Lacampine Tropicana Beach Resort in Lagos, Nigeria. Experience the ultimate celebration at a 65-acre beach paradise featuring a global carnival right on the beachfront. Savor a mile-long feast of African delicacies and marvel at the finest fashion and style from 54 African nations, accompanied by soul-stirring spoken word performances. Engage in thought-provoking discussions on Africa's wealth and potential at our symposium, and witness the prestigious O'Shea Awards, honoring an exceptional African in the diaspora with 21 chieftaincy titles from esteemed African kings. Feel the rhythm of the Africa International Music Festival, showcasing artists from every African country. Come and be captivated by the crowning of the Nefertiti Queen of Africa, a pageant celebrating unparalleled beauty and grace of the African woman. Unlock unique business opportunities and forge connections with fellow Africans in a stunning African-themed setting. Igbada Carnival is a powerful celebration of African Renaissance, offering endless possibilities for unity and progress. Proudly supported by the Nigerian Federal Ministry of Tourism, the Lagos State Ministry of Tourism, and the Ekiti State Government. Do not miss this extraordinary celebration of African culture and unity. For more information, visit our website at www.igbadacarnival.com. Igbada Carnival. Together for Africa.
The ocean. From where is the children of Africa we're taking? I look yonder and wonder what has become of Mama Africa's children. Oh, Haki, children of Africa, has the motherland become? Oh, Haki! Children of Africa, has the motherland become? On your return, the motherland is broken. The motherland heart is broken. Mama Africa's heart, please, as she hears the voice of her children, waiting to be accepted into the foreign land. Mama Africans heart, please, as the lost children who left with a promise to return. See, to have forgotten their mission. And look with hope into the horizon as the set time of Ipada draw nigh. The vision Mama Africa foresaw for your departure is nigh. The vision of a renaissance. The dream of African renaissance. The dream of Ipada. A renaissance of slaves who were taken on slave ships, returning on cruise ships as heroes. The heroes of Africa. Heroes who embark on a mission for over 400 years for the sake of motherland. Slaves who left with the promise to return. To return with the knowledge and technology of the Oyibos. To return to rebuild the great kingdom of Africa. To rebuild a kingdom even greater than the ancient kingdom of Ethiopia and Egypt. But now on a free and united African land. Dear children of Africa, the motherland beckons. Heed the call of the motherland and begin the journey. The journey of Ipada.
You never hear.
Yeah, waiting.
It is time. It is time for Ipada.
Wetin be Ipada?
Ipada is a call on Africans to return back home. Africans in diaspora will all return back home and enjoy all the possibilities.
Hey, really?
Our children's children that were taken 400 years ago,
Hey,
their children's children's children will all come back home.
hey.
Job opportunities,
Uh-huh.
investment opportunities. You want waste sweet papers? Jolly
Yeah.
aspect. Enjoyment go there. You go jolly.
That one means say, my brother, we don't go for like 8 years.
Oh.
He come back.
Oh.
Hey,
Yes.
hey.
Your brother go come back.
Hey,
Your sister go
hey.
come back.
Hey.
That's your runaway boyfriend. Where give you ring? He go come back.
Hey, this one I really like that.
So it's really an honor to meet you, sir. I am so excited to do this interview with you. So how do you feel to be on the show, Tourism After?
Well, first of all, it's wonderful to be back in Nigeria, and of course, it is delightful to be hosted by Tourism of Awe here at the amazing La Campagne Tropicana Resorts. We all know that Tourism of Awe is cutting edge in all of your engagements for the most modern tourism-related topics, as well as concerts and all those activities that happen within the tourism sector. So it's a great privilege for me to be here.
So some people out there, especially my Nigerians brothers and sisters, I'm very sure they really want to know more about you. Can you just give us a little tip? Like, we just want to get to know.
Well, it becomes twofold. On the one hand, you're meeting the King of Tapisoro in South Africa, but you're also meeting a son of the oldest sovereignty within the diaspora, coming from the Maroon territories of Jamaica. So coming from the kingdom of Queen Nanny of the Maroons. And so having been established in 1739, we come with some of the most ancient traditions and cultures from the diaspora. And we obviously bring that culture and tradition back in the continent as we engage the other.
Wow, that's really nice. It's a pleasure meeting you once again. So I would like to know about your country, your territory, your being a king. Being a king, I'm sure it comes with a lot of responsibilities. It's a big task. So how did you take it? How does it feel, being a king?
Well, when we talk about kingship, we actually talk about a very spiritual role, a very spiritual tradition. On the one hand, you have your obligations to your people, because kingship is all about the people, representing the body of the people. But on the other hand, we like to see ourselves as representing the body of the people before our Creator. And so, unlike the modern republic government, which sees itself as a democratic institution, proper, we see ourselves as a holy institution between God and man and the collectivity of the masses.
That's okay. So some Nigerians out there, they want to visit South Africa. Sure, there are some people that have not, crossed over to other countries. All their lives have been in Nigeria. If we're visiting South Africa for the first time, what do we expect to get? What do we, what are expectations?
I think as a first timer, especially if you're coming from Nigeria, you encounter a country that is trying to compete with Nigeria because we recognize that Nigeria is the continent's economic powerhouse, sitting in position number one. And then, of course, in position number two is South Africa, economically speaking. And so you come into a plurality of culture and identity with all the complicated history that South Africa has, giving the apartheid legacy. But when you come into our territory and realm, Tabitsolo Mpoza is located within Bakalokwe Kingdom. And so when you come into our realm and territory, you come into a space of tradition, a space of culture and identity where we celebrate all things pertaining to it.
So, your visit to La Campagne Tropicana Beach Resort, is this your first time visiting La Campagne Tropicana Beach?
So let me tell you right from the start, I arrived last night and I've been to resorts all around the world. And I don't think I could do La Campagne Tropicana Resort justice by trying to make a comparison between this resort and any place around the world that I've been. This is not only unique, but it stands alone in its audacity. We sit here in front of a mud house, you see, but inside the mud house, there's a swimming pool. And so beside the swimming pool, it's got all the trappings of a 5-star, never mind 5-star, a diamond star resort. And so La Campagne Tropicana is, for me, tier 1 and a leader of leaders in these resorts. Very dynamic.
So, being in La Campagne Tropicana, I'm sure that you are having fun, and with all what you've said, shows that you really enjoyed yourself. So, I'm sure that you want a lot of people to come here to come and experience what you have experienced. But you just came in last night, and I'm 100% sure, you've not even enjoyed 20% of La Campagne Tropicana. You're just getting started. So, as you visited this place, and I'm sure you visited some places in Nigeria too, what can you, say to people out there, the youths out there? How can you advise, encourage them about tourism?
For the youth out there, obviously, the youth today are concerned about their economic status and economic condition. It all comes down to the dollars. And what La Campagne Tropicana does is it takes the culture, the historical identity, and brings it into this 21st century. So not only is it a place to chill and relax, but it's got conference centers and it offers a slew of amenities that is conducive to young entrepreneurs having a space to pilot themselves, to test themselves. We know that the President, Dr. Atunda, has made multiple arrangements and hosted multiple youth entrepreneurs in their business endeavors. And so this becomes a testing ground for brainstorming and for launching initiatives in a safe space, if you will. So it's not just a vacation resort, it is commercial orientated, it is modern, and it reaches into the past, bringing the past into the future.
Okay, so as you said, Dr. Otumba his vision is to, push African culture to the world, let the whole world see African culture. So how can you, push this vision, support this vision, so that African culture can be seen all over the world?
Ultimately, we speak today about the African Continental Free Trade Area. And when it comes to trade across the continent, that is the traditional domain of the kingdoms. So since the beginning of time, the kingdoms have been trading freely across this continent. And it was only during this very short window of these last 400 years that we've seen our continent divided up into small borders. And so what the campaign offers is a space, because certainly even we ourselves have been utilizing it as a space for kings to have conferences at, as we begin in a new age, a new era of trade amongst kingdoms. So that on the one hand, while Nigeria will be trading with Ghana, Togo, Gabon, we will be looking at how the kingdoms within Nigeria can trade with the kingdoms in South Africa, the kingdoms in Ghana, driving our traditional trade routes in this 21st century. And of course, because the resort has such a dynamic economic orientation, it becomes the perfect space for us to achieve.
I'm really impressed with this interview, and to be honest, it is really a pleasure. It's a pleasure to do this interview. I really had a great time. So, this brings us to the end of this interview, to the end of the show. Once again, you're welcome to Blackcom. Thank you. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope that you learned a lot from this. See you next time. Keep touring.